on est live. Fait que...
Ok.
Boom! Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Francis here, working at Become. It's our first live stream of Pathfinder Gallowspire Survivors. Hopefully, everything's going right. Also, I played a bit with the audio, so if the music's too loud or too low, just let me know in chat. I can see it live. And I'm accompanied by Rosa, which is behind the scenes. She's gonna feed me all the questions you guys might have.
Hi. So nice to meet you guys.
So we're really excited to show you the game. We'll do a first playthrough, and I'll try to feed you everything I can as details, not to spoil anything too. So as you can see, we have 3 characters for the moment. So we have a wizard, a fighter, and a rogue. They all have their own variations in male and female characters. I really prefer the rogue, but I think for the visual effects, let's go with the wizard. The reason I like the rogue is because it's so fast. Contrary, like in versus other Survivor games, like the speed is impressive. So I would say this one's my favorite, but this one is visually really appealing. And we'll have a companion. This is a new mechanic we're introducing in the Survivor genre. So, you know, in Pathfinder games, it's always stay with your party, never leave the party, stay together. So we really wanted to have that. You want a fighter first, game demon? Okay, let's go. Let's go with the fighter first. And then I'll be, and that's it. So we wanted to have that experience. And whenever you level up, so you see my characters are level 11, your companion will also get stronger. So you unlock new things right there. You see those class attributes that are classic in the Pathfinder genre, and they all have a deep skill tree that you can increase. So there's a lot of customization you can have on your character. So,
Francis, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will there be iconics in the game?
Sadly, no. We have iconics in our other game that we're doing for Pathfinder, which is Abomination Vaults. This one is like before anything Pathfinder. It's like in the lore before the story that we know in Golarion. So this game is set like when Tarbafon is being sealed in his tower. So the goal of our heroes is just to keep Tarbafon sealed the longer they can. So they give times to Golarion to save itself and prepare for his comeback. So
nice. Thank you.
You'll also see there are some text prompt with stories. I unfortunately already played a bit, so you won't have all that lore at the beginning that you would usually see. But we have we wanted a closer RPG experience than a regular Survivor game. We really wanted to have a great feel of what it is. Like, you know how 80s did with the roguelike game? They had a lot of RPG elements into the game. It was really an inspiration for us to get this story involved and have a bit of, Pathfinder has a rich lore and has a lot of bosses and heroes, so we wanted that in our game too.
Nice. We have some questions in the chat. So there's Silly Silat. How long is a single round? Can you tell us?
Usually the first one could be short because you're probably not going to reach Starbuffon at first. But the more you go, the longer it will be. I would say, because we're still tweaking the balancing, and that's why we're going in early access. We want people to be hands-on with the game. The round is now at the moment around 30 minutes with all the upgrades, and you see that die roll. It's 3, so sad. But the more you level up, the quicker it'll go. So let's get that chest. All right.
Nice.
And as you can see, we also have attacks and passives for each. So it's for each, and the more you progress with your character, the more of those you'll have access to. So there's a really cool mechanic of customization for each of your characters.
Nice. And we have another question. So there's no hard limit like in Vampire Survivor?
A time limit? No, there's no hard limit for a time. At least not at the moment. But our goal is really to be involved. We'll do like a lot of live streams in the upcoming weeks. We're always tweaking, always updating, always trying to implement new stuff. So your feedback and when it'll be in the hands of players, it'll be super important for us to get that, because it might tweak a lot of what you can see when the game will be launched. So having more players into it, having your feedback will be really, really important. Natural 20! Yes, sir. That's good. So we also wanted that mechanic in the game because it's always exciting, those die roll. You cannot have a Pathfinder game without die roll, right?
Yeah. So what's the big difference between the Vampire Survivors?
Yeah, as you can see, our aesthetic, we're not a 2D game. Yeah. Aesthetic-wise, it was really important for us to be in 3D, having a bit of a orange signature into it. It was also really important for us to be a bit more polished in the design game. We wanted characters to look good and feel good when you play them. So that's why our visually, it's a lot more developed, I would say. So it's either maybe to come up with new characters every time because they're all customized with their own animation and attacks. What should I go? Should I try the Gauntlet? I think I'll go with Gauntlet. Let's go. As you can see, there's also potions in there. Some give shields, some give speed, some are just grabbing orbs towards me. There's a lot of variation into it. Let's go. And one aspect in the gameplay that I really like about it, you can see it a bit with the fighter, but the rogue is madly impressive. The speed of what you're going is really, really fun. So whenever, we're at the beginning, so it's not that hard. But the further along we're getting, you could feel the speed increasing, and it's a really, really fun mechanic.
Yeah. Is it your favorite character, Francis?
No, mine is a rogue.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I prefer the rogue, but there was a game demon that wanted to see the fighter in play.
Yeah.
So I just did a favor. And they all have their own unique abilities. So this one, the fighter has a shield wall. You can see that I'm spamming. There's not a lot of enemies, but I won't get hurt from it.
Cool. So. We have a question in the chat. So the warrior seems mostly melee. Is the rogue a mix of range and melee?
Yeah, the rogue has both. And if you go even further down his character, and when you level up it quite a bit, you have access to 1 or 2 spell from the mage.
Okay.
So there's those kinds of mechanics that are there. So at first you probably won't have you're only martial. But the further along you go, the further along you'll get new class attributes and new spells and new attacks. Even passive
Nice.
too.
Cool.
And we have those little text prompt. We really wanted to have those Pathfinder lores elements, so because we know Survivor game is not like, usually Pathfinder fans are really into CRPG and a lot more like
Storytelling.
Yeah, storytelling adventure.
Yeah.
Like the Baldur's Gate kind of game. Another nat 20. Am I lucky today? Yes.
Oh,
Probably
wow.
gonna be a good run. But yeah, what I would say is we wanted this game to be a lot more accessible to everyone. So the element of Pathfinder is still at horrorcore, but it was important also to get that wider audience and let them know what Pathfinder is all about, because we have D&D and Pathfinder players at Become, and it was really important to keep that aspect into the game.
Yeah, we're big fans of Pathfinder at Become.
There's gaming nights pretty much not in the summer, but there's gaming nights quite often at the studios.
Yeah. So is the game single player only, or?
At the moment it's single player, but I think during the early access phase we might try to implement co-op play. It's just that because of the balancing and when we're launching soon, we didn't want that element right away. But it's something that we're looking into. I don't want to spoil it too much, and I don't want to say something I shouldn't. But the game for the moment is single player. But
Perfect.
We talked about it, so it might be, might not be. Who knows?
And about the characters, we have a question. Is there a plan for new characters in the future? Maybe oriented at the Pathfinder 2
Probably in the
classes?
early access phase, we'll still stay at 3. I know there's discussion of... Once again, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. But we knew those classes were maybe like more like easily grasped by a not Pathfinder fan. But we also wanted to see how we could expand our characters towards more funky classes, I would say.
Nice. And we have another question. Does the game have weapon and item synergies and upgrades like Vampire Survivor?
This is something we're looking into. In the early access phase, it's not there yet. But we go a bit deeper in the character customization and builds. But itemization is something that we are definitely looking at. We saw some great games that have it, and it certainly is something that we want. But a mini boss right away. But there's also like this duality of Pathfinder not being item centric and more character centric. So it's still up in the air. But it's not something that we aren't open to.
Okay, thank you. Oh, there's a question from a streamer. So he asked us if he's going to be able to play during the early access.
Yes. Yeah, another nat 20. What? I'm not at 3 now.
Yes.
Incredible.
So, what time would you say the early access would keep on going?
Yeah, for the moment it's until early 2024. So like we announced, the early access is starting on September 14th. And the plan is early 2024. But the more people playing it, the more feedback we get from community. Like the more it could change. It could really change depending on what the community wants the game to be, what we feel is good, and what feedback we're getting when we're implementing new stuff. But yes, you will be able to stream in early access. This is totally something we want to. And the more feedback you also get from your community, the more feedback you can voice to us. So it's really important for us to work hand in hand. Like, it's not something that we want to show our flaws. It's still an early access. The game is polished. It's a finished product. But if we implement new things and we have a good feedback from everyone, it's going to be awesome.
Cool. And yes, you will be able to share your feedback on Discord and by email if you want, or by any other social medias if you want.
Yeah, and if everyone wants to give feedback, if we see a good amount of people asking it, we might do a subreddit at some point. It's just a lot. It's just a lot right now, but probably at some point we'll see a subreddit for the game.
We'll let you know.
And for the question of mod support, way too early, way too early. And I am not a dev, so I don't want to speculate too much.
But stay tuned for those details.
Yeah. Because we know it's always fun, and it's the support of the mod community in every game is such a big plus. So in my mind, it would be a great idea, but I can't commit.
Yeah. So do we have plans, for instance, to port it on other platforms at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment it's only PC. But we're going at Gamescom next week. There's a lot of upcoming discussions, so we don't know. But for the moment, it's only PC. But would be a dream of having it everywhere, you know.
Yes.
The game is fun. As you can see, there's a lot of new enemies coming up. So.
Yeah. I have a question in
ahead,
the chat. So it says, I noticed the levels change occasionally. Do you always start and progress the same path?
Nope. The level you're starting from is always the same, but they're generated procedurally. My English is bad now.
Procedural?
But so but we have scripted boss fight every 3 levels. That's it for now. It could change, but for the moment we have boss fight every 3 levels. And we have new biomes coming. So after each bosses, you'll get new biomes. But what you can see in this first level, kind of crypt-like, those elements are never placed the same, whether it be level 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we got a question from Quest System. Good question. We have 3 quests you can have on each of your characters. So if you can see, I killed 15,000 regulars. Yes, I've played quite a bit. But there's also so the more you complete of those quests, the more XP, the more tokens you can spend in your character sheet or on your skill tree. We also have 5 difficulty levels. So it'll give more experience. You'll probably have more enemies. So whenever you're a bit too high level and it's you're breezing through it, you'll get new challenges. But we're also looking into a mechanic of affixes, so curses and bonuses. This is also something that we want to work on. It won't be there first day of early access, but it's in the planning. We want to test it out. We want to see feedback from it. Because we know we did some playtesting, but not public. But having massive feedback from players on how those mechanics could be implemented, it would be like really rewarding. What?
Cool.
Another one. 4.
Yeah, you're so lucky. It's your lucky day.
I swear I didn't cheat.
So we have another question. With it being character focused, Will you have things like subclasses or cross-class character creation?
Ooh. Yes, sir. At first, I don't think we will. Skill trees are really something that are maybe. It was in the talk at some point. I won't hide it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's an awesome fight. Grave General. Let's go.
Yeah. He's the boss, the Grave General.
Yeah,
if I
he's the
understand.
first boss.
Whoa. So you will be teleported in another biome.
Afterwards, if I beat him. But I'm strong enough. Level 11, I should do it when I'm playing an easy level.
Yeah.
And yeah, you, Cat, you'll be able to have a male and a female variant for every characters. And the design are different too.
Yeah, you will be able to change them when you want in the game too, so that's cool. Oh, look at the big boss. Let's go, Francis.
Alright, so Bruce, I'm a bit too strong now.
Yeah.
How many unique bosses will there be in early access? For the moment, we have 4 boss level. All scripted, all with their dedicated maps. So let's use my shield block. Let's go. But we still want to have a live content update. So even when the game comes out, we'll have new content, either free or paid. Like the roadmap isn't defined completely, but we're looking into having even like a secret levels or things hidden in there.
Nice.
And like that's a thing we oh nice. Okay, we have a lot of animation in boss fights.
Yeah.
I'm level 11, so you can imagine it's a bit easier for me now. So when you're starting, the Grave General at first is really hard, and once you know the mechanic, it's a bit easier.
Yeah. It was a big fight.
As you can see, Talbafon will talk to you because he's our big bad evil guy. He's gonna talk to you throughout the game.
We have a question. Can you ally die and you keep going?
Yeah. I'll try to show you how it works. I may be too strong, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. So guys, you can join our Discord if you want to ask us questions after this live.
Try to get my mage to die. Walking speed. And yeah, a cool element of the music. I don't know if you're hearing me quite well, but we designed the music to always be like a long loop. So the more you play, the more layers are being added. So now enemy slains are low, but when we go to like 50%, 75%, you'll see it bumped up. And whenever your health is lower, there's like electric guitar coming in, and everything's a loop. So there's always layers, and it really what another one. There's always new layers of music being implemented. So it's really engaging. So when you're stressed out, the music is stressed for you too. So I really like the aspect of our music in this game.
Yeah. So now you're in the library biome?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And the music should change at some point. Come on, die, mage.
You're too strong.
Yeah, that's it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Does only your main character level as you play? Yeah, when it's your main run, only yourself is leveling. But afterwards, if if my fighter comes up to level 12, well then if I use it as a companion next, well, my companion is level 12. So there's a really cool synergy of not only focusing on one character, but like playing everyone, and they all have their own play style and animation into them.
Yeah. Oh, so you're in a new place, Francis, I think. Is it still the library?
Yeah, no, it's still the library. It's still the library.
Okay.
That's the old biome. Trying to get my mage killed, but I'm only getting hurt.
Yeah. You have too much healing.
Yeah, and I don't want to open the chest because I don't want to be too strong.
Yeah. So what are the enemies in front of you? What are they called?
Hold on.
There's some ghosts, I think.
And the enemy types?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have over like 40, 45 enemy types in the game, and each one of them have like 6 to 7 variations, and there's like mini bosses and there's unique bosses. So we have like close to 270 variations, unique stat blocks on them. So, and they all have enemy types. Some do like dot damage with poison, fire. Other ones do. Yeah, you see, this is a dot damage and poison, but there's no pool. And your skeleton, there's some ghosts that are going through your armor and just hitting you directly. Every enemies has their own type of attacks.
Nice. And I don't know if at the end of this video you can show us how you can increase your attributes.
Hold on, I had a big music spike. What was your question, Jose?
Oh, I was wondering if you could show us how you increase your attributes.
Yeah, it's in the main menu.
Yeah, at the end of this video.
At the end of it, I'll show it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should have played in a harder difficulty.
How many?
Level 11 is.
Yeah. How many hours did you play to get there?
I think over 40.
Wow. That's cool.
Ah. I wanted to show you the music changes.
Yeah. So, can you repeat the 3 classes that you can play with in this game?
Yeah, the 3 classes are Mage, Rogue, and Fighter.
Nice.
And Cat, for your question, it's probably gonna be 1 class at a time. But who knows? It's not there yet, so.
Yeah, and she asked
anything
us
could be a
to-
dream, right?
Yeah, and she asked us too if it's gonna be a co-op at some point.
Rosa, when my music is spiking, hold on, I'll
Oh,
try
you
to
don't-
boost your sound.
Okay.
Could you repeat it, please?
Yeah, she was asking us if it's gonna be co-op at some point.
Maybe. I hope so. I think
Yeah.
this game, like suits it well. The biggest hurdle will be like the balancing of everything. We don't want to make it too easy, because we got a companion, and even though like, can I get it killed, please? And even though he only has 1 attack, like he's quite strong even when it's level, so it's gonna be hard to know what to implement, but it's a cool feature that we talked about and that we felt could be really a strong addition to it. So
Yeah. Oh, nice. We love Spellcaster too.
hey, but the rogue at some point in the skill tree also have spell casting.
Yeah. My favorite is the wizard, I think. The wizard and the fighter together, they make a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bluntskrieg 420. Yeah, map are procedural for the first few levels, but each boss level is scripted, so there are walls keeping you in. But for the few first levels, they are procedural and endless. But when you reach the 4th biome, you have walls, and you are getting swarmed. Oh, new enemy type. Hit my mage. The price tag. I can't spoil it. Oh no, I might die. I died. Oh no. I was looking at the chat. Oh no.
You will see the price tag on September 14th.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And we have another question. Are maps random, endless, procedural? Oh, you answered it.
Yeah, I answered it.
Sorry.
Yeah, so claim my so clear the floors, clear training floor. So you can see those quests give you XP, character bonuses, and this is where you upgrade them. And you have upgrade of every potion right there. If you want to spend some money, you can do it right here. Let's go. And those are the variants we have. So male and female for each one. Their design are different, but they're really fun to play with. I think I'll play with the rogue afterwards. Let's go with the rogue. Let's keep martial candidates. And yes, just silly Sillet. Yeah, price tag got me last time.
Oh.
As you can see, the rogue is already way faster than the fighter. It's like a speed blazing machine.
Cat 590 prefers the rogue, so she will be happy if you play with the rogue.
Yeah, it's my preferred character. I love being fast, even in my Diablo 4 characters. I'm playing rogue just because of their quickness. I hate being slow.
Yeah. So, what are the blue bubbles you
The blue bottles?
Bubbles, like the blue.
Yeah, that's the death essence that you're collecting.
Yeah.
I can see. I took a Howling Blizzard. See, that's a spell that you unlock once you're further the skill tree of the rogue.
Nice.
It's one of my preferred spells to.
What's this boss? What's it called? What was this boss?
The what?
The boss you were fighting.
The boss I was fighting?
Yeah.
The Grave General that I beat on the first time, or?
No, the last time you beat a boss, another boss, I think. It was another type of boss, or maybe it was.
Oh, it was a mini boss. It was like this was like the one that killed me was a mini boss.
Okay. Nice.
Like they appear randomly whenever you play. So it's a stats enhance enemy that we're seeing.
Nice.
That potion is so useful when you're in a bind, surrounded.
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to read like all the attacks and passive? Like I know I went quick because I'm so used to play it and seeing them, but if you want, I can go through all of them.
That would be cool. Yes.
Yeah? All right, so we'll do it. Like you saw in this chest roll, it's coins. Those coins are for your potions upgrade.
Nice.
And the caltrops you're seeing me drop, like this is something you unlock in your character customization.
Okay.
Rerolls. Rerolls, you have 3 per run. If you take this passive one, you're having another 4 one. The smoke bomb is your ultimate. And the dagger is your basic attack, and the rapier is my another new attack, but I'm usually focusing all on attacks first, and then upgrading passive with chests.
Nice.
Because I want to do damage.
Yeah.
Unless you got like a really good roll on a passive, I usually keep mine on attacks.
So you had a pretty rare one in your package.
Yep. But yeah, one of the good thing is a rare bump to kill up more than common. Yeah, I'll try to show it when I have to when I have one of them coming up. You can see when it's a normal, we'll say rare, and then there's like a legendary and unique with the color system. Those ones is like the second level. Probably if it was a normal one, it would be like +1 to damage. Cooldown would be pretty much the same, but it's incremental. But when you get a legendary upgrade, it's like 5-6 level more. So you feel a lot stronger when you get one.
Cool. Don't hesitate to ask us questions, guys, if you have some.
Like, even if you think we can't answer them.
Yeah. And if you want to look at the video after, it will be available on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it after.
Yeah, Essence won't follow you, but if you ever get, might be lucky, no I'm not, like there's some potions like this that are blue. It's gonna bring every essence that you get right up to you, so those blue potions are really useful. So every other essence that you drop, you leave behind, is gonna get towards you, and you're gonna get a level or two if you leave way too many. I think the motto of the rogue is speed kills.
Oh, nice.
Going so quick.
We have a question from Kat. If you were able to pick one class to add into the game, what would you choose?
I would go with something really funky, you know, like a alchemist or artificier, or like swashbuckler or anything like you can like add weird attacks, or that's something that you're not used to see in other games.
Yeah.
I think those would, and there's a lot of fans of those classes.
Yeah.
I've become. So yeah, if we add something in mind, and you know, we could add like a cleric or something that is also basic. But I would do something like really bold and different. I think like that pick raw, yeah, Tormentor, yeah, that's it. There's so many classes or subclasses.
Yeah. We had the same questions for our Kickstarter.
Yeah, witches can be fun too. I think there's a lot of things we could do. even with I don't remember who said it, but like the subclasses, if we go that route too, like we could have a lot of variations.
Yeah. So Elf would want to see an inventor in the game. Cool.
Yes, movement speed. Probably run like Sonic at the end of it. What are you guys' favorite classes of Pathfinder if you play?
Someone asked us in our socials if there's gonna be a monk class. That's cool too. A monk.
Not yet. Like I said, yeah, that was a blue potion that is bringing everything towards you. We're looking into a lot of classes. We really want to. It's hard to please everyone, and showcase something that is fun for everyone. But
yeah,
we're looking into every Pathfinder thing, right? So it could be a monk, could be an inventor, like I said. There's so many classes.
Yeah. Purely cosmetic, but are you going to add other races to play with? Question.
Yeah, not for the moment. I know this is like Pathfinder world, but like we said, it's also like a game that we wanted people to see what they're used to. So like human elf is more common than what we're usually seeing in a non-Pathfinder fan or other games. Maybe it's something that we're gonna explore. I don't know. But for the moment, those are set.
Cool.
Favorite one wouldn't fit in the game, and it's investigator. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think an investigator would work well in this type of game. Oh my god, no, I am so unlucky. My natural 20 are not usually that strong. Maybe once or twice, right? I fudged my roll. But no. I pretty much rolled more nat 1 critical fail than nat 20.
You're lucky today.
Yeah.
I think.
This run I'm a lot less lucky.
Yeah.
Anyone play the Adventure of Pathfinder at the moment? I was playing the Abomination.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Are the item instant use, or can you store them up for bosses? They're instant use. But like we said, we probably want to explore itemization during the early access phase. So that might change. Like, you know, secrets, collectibles, and items. Those are all things we're looking into. Probably gonna run some tests with you and see what players like. But yeah, for when all the items are consumable right away. But who knows? Our goal is really like to tweak and work with everyone just to have a better experience for everyone, have fun, and not everyone is looking at the same thing in a Survivor game. There's completionists, there's some people that want to do the hardest run possible, some people want to min-max their characters, so trying to cater to everyone, but feedback of everyone is key for the success of this game. And we're lucky to have like a strong IP like Pathfinder to work with, and having so much inspiration from, so that's fun.
Yeah. We have another question from Kat. Are you able to choose your class skill, or is a rogue always going to have caltrops?
I'll try to show the skill tree for the rogue, but this is a skill in the skill tree of the rogue. Each class has their own, so the caltrops are only for the rogue. But it's dropping passively once you get it in your skills.
Nice.
I don't think my companion will ever die, but if when one of your companions down, I'll try to explain it that way. Verbally, I think it's gonna be better. It's gonna do like a chest, so it'll have a circle around him, and then you just try to stay alive in that circle, and then you can bring him up. But if you die,
nice.
natural 20. That's my luck, right? My DM dice. But yeah, but he can't revive you. So when you die, you die.
Nice. So you're pretty far in the game, right?
Whoa. Well, I've been in Tarbafon a couple of times.
Oh, wow.
Try to keep him. My call traps is hurting him.
Okay. So you're going to be in the crypt. Nice.
That's the one thing of the speed of the rogue. You can dodge those attacks. Way better than other classes.
Wow. So it's better to beat the Grave General.
Yeah. I think for a boss fight, the rogue might be the strongest one, but like when you clear levels, fighter and mage are really, really strong.
Mm-hmm. So how do you know when the boss will die? Is he having like a lifeline, or you don't know?
What was your question, Rosa?
If the boss is going to have like a lifeline that you can see when he's gonna die.
Well, you can see his health bar at the bottom.
Okay.
I think that might be one of my favorite attacks of the whole game. That earthquake kind of attack. I love the animation.
We have a question. So your quest log seems really slow. Is that normal, or did you already
yeah, because I did the easy one at first.
Okay,
so I'm more of a... I have harder ones. But you can re-roll your quest if you don't like them or if they're too hard. But yeah, you have way easier ones than the one I have right there. Because the regular Flaming Skull and everything are deeper in the game. But you know, this is for new players too. Like whenever you play, and if your quests are too hard, this is also something that we might tweak. Or if you have any ideas of what you think would be cool as a quest or achievement, this is also something that you just can chat with us, let us know in the Discord. It's always something that we're looking up to. Right? We don't have all the answers. I think feedback is the greatest, and I think being close to the community, well, that would be even better. That's it, Grave General.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Would have liked a 20 on this one.
Yeah.
Can I reach a 3 ping in 10 minutes? That's the question. Because at 1, it's a hard stop, so... If you have any questions before like this last 10-ish minutes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, we have a question. So I've seen some.
Yeah, some Survivor games that have the don't move challenges. Yeah, I was about to answer it. Yeah, there is actually one quest, one challenge of having it in this game that I've completed before having all of those.
Nice. And we have another question. So you mentioned playstyles. I could see quest logs aligning with the playstyle. Some people try to beat bosses without getting hit. Others want to kill a bunch of mobs. That's not really a question, but
yeah, but that's the thing. Like I think every I think every character has their own playstyle. I'm more of a run and gun, like you see, or like you're seeing with the rogue. But you could be like, playstyle changes a lot with your characters. And yeah, I think I think there is one of not being hit for X amount of seconds. And I'm pretty sure that you can scale that up even with the difficulty levels. So that's the thing. Like when you have like 5 difficulty settings, you can really find your like a great balance of what you like and what you don't like in a Survivor game.
yeah. There's no questions on YouTube.
And Matajin, the companion, be the same class as you? No, because we're story that you're gonna see when you start the game is that those 3 heroes pretty much sacrifice themselves to be in the Gallowspire tower and try to seal away Tarbafon, because the seals are breaking and you don't want him to be released on Galarian. So those heroes are pretty much standalone, and we didn't want them to repeat, and we want people to experience other classes, other play style. So the more you play with them, like the more your companion will be strong too. So having that mechanic of replayability and party type was really important for us in the Pathfinder game. Maybe in other Survivors that would be completely doable, but like for us, it felt like a Pathfinder game with a party that is like unique and have their own classes was the way to go.
Yeah. We have 5 minutes left, guys. If you want to ask us questions, it's the time.
Try to be as fast as possible in my kills. Try to reach the last boss. Might be hard. I'll spam my skill selection. Hopefully we'll try to get chest too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight.
So don't forget to follow us on Discord to get all the details about the game.
And also, if you want to wishlist it, we're gonna get some news out there. When the price drops, when it opens up.
Yeah.
Forget about skills collection. Trying to reach the 3K.
So we have a question. Is this your company's first game? Oh, no. We have a ton of games that we made. We have another Pathfinder game that we're working on too. And you can see our website. We have plenty of games that we've launched in the past. So, yes.
There was also a lot of work for hire. You know, we worked with alongside companies on the other games.
Yeah.
But for our own games, yeah, I think I would say the biggest one we've had was that we launched ourselves was, well, not ourselves, but that was Sunday Gold.
Yep. So we have another question. Do you find that working within the established lore of setting like Golarion forces you to make design choices like that?
I wouldn't say force. I would say it's more like it opens up possibility. There's so much offering in the Survivor games genre that we wanted to focus on more of our RPG aspect, and the companion felt like a good way to do it, and that's why there was a lot of questions about like co-op for this game. This one is intimidating. I'm being lost trying to survive. For us, it was more of a. I don't like the word forces. I mean, it might be my my issue here, but I like that we're doing companion. I think it brings freshness, and it brings also like. I played plenty of game I like that you just focus on one character or two, but having to build up your whole party is something really great. So it doesn't really force anything. It's more that we wanted to have mechanics of Pathfinder game and RPG game in a Survivor setting, because it's a broader audience. So, and it's a fine line navigating between, you know, Pathfinder fans that really prefer CRPGs or like deep RPG and lore-driven stories with a Survivor game. But I really think we're doing it really well because we like our bosses are from the Pathfinder lore. The story is there in the game, so I feel that it's a good balance between both.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
right. I
right.
would go with Eftiroth on this one. I think it helped creativity. I think it brought us to see the game differently on how we could work with the Pathfinder genre.
Yeah.
See,
There's
you
not
sides?
much time left.
I know. I'm trying to do it. Is that the last level before? I think it's the last one. I try to show you the gal. We'll bump of like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't think it is gonna be 10, but still trying to show you the 3 kings.
Yeah.
Thank you for the great demo in QA. You guys are the one having the great questions. I'm only playing.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for
thank you so
being
much.
here.
Like I said, we're gonna have those playthroughs weekly. We're probably gonna get updates even before launching early access. So we'll see new content at the same time as you. But yeah, it's a pleasure, and even if you're solely watching and you have ideas, go in our Discord. Like, contact us. Well, like I know we had a hard time this summer being active with the vacation and everything, but like we're gonna be a lot more active in the following weeks. For us, it's super important to have good and open discussions with everyone.
Yeah. So we have a question for Kat. Once you defeat Cyberfun with the characters, is there an end game component, or would the game get repetitive?
The way it's built, I've said it at the beginning of the stream, but we really like the way 80s did with the replayability. So you'll get a bit of that in your game. So if you like how the story was changing, how your discussion was changing, so that's why we want variations. That's how we're gonna do it. But we also have difficulty levels. I'm playing at the easiest one, so there's nothing. But it's another reason why we maybe want to play with affluxes and bonuses on your runs. But yeah, we don't want to make it repetitive, but Hades is something we're looking up to for replayability.
Oh, Cat loved AIDS, so I approve of taking an inspiration from that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite game of the last few years. I'll probably be able to show you other boss. Sorry, Rosa, for keeping you.
No problem. I love being there. So your game lasted like 1 hour.
Yeah, but I talked and I took my time. So runs are a lot quicker than I usually do. All right.
Guess I will get on the payday afterwards. Yes, and sure.
And for the price, we can't say it right now, but it's gonna be in what you're usually seeing in the Survivor General.
Yeah. So Kat asked us, would you be open to have the timers show the total run instead of time spent on current level?
That would be a great idea. Yeah.
We'll share that to the team, the development team. Yeah. So don't forget, guys, the game will be available September 14 on Steam, and you can wishlist now to be informed of all the details.
I think that's the boss I hate the most because he's slowing me down. The blue Crying King. Let me run in peace. Or both, yeah. It could be both, right?
Yeah.
I'll try to kill this guy first. Okay, I'm getting... Okay, I'm too cocky now. Okay, I'll try to drop my... Okay, let's hide a bit. Okay, I think my companion will die before me now.
Oh, we have a question. How in depth are the stats we get? Do we see the damage breakdown of different skills?
Maybe it's shown already, but how in depth are the stats we get? We see the damage breakdown. Different skills. Yeah, you're seeing it in the when you select the attacks and passive, like that's the way you revive your companion. Sorry, I'm concentrated on the boss, so it's hard to answer at the same time. Yes, okay, now he's dead. But you also have an explanation of what your charisma is doing, your strength, dex, and everything. So, and there's modifier on your skills and attacks on each one of them. So like I've got life regen, but that's because I've got a high constitution. So every stats modifies what you choose in your run. Hopefully that's the answer you were looking for. now my fighter is useless as a companion because there are poison dot everywhere.
Do we have some friends from Become in the chat?
I mean, like a breakdown at the end of a run or stage, overall damage. Yeah, that would. Yeah, hold on. I'll try to see if there's one. I don't remember. That's it. So that'll be the end of the run.
Yes.
Boom. One last roll. Thank you, everyone. Blonde Creek, I think I'll have to investigate this, but I'll get an answer. But I think that's a really cool thing that we could have. Icon, Ice Strength Wizard. Let's go Wiz Barbarian. That would be great. That would be great. I don't know how survivability would work on this one, but it would be great. And this is the third biome, so it's more desert-like. Yeah, you could see like your damage breakdown and everything.
Yeah. Thanks to you guys for being there.
That's a great name, Blitzkrieg, but I won't say it live.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. It was a real pleasure. Follow us on Discord. Drop a wish list on Steam. Like, chat with us anytime. We're open. We're there. And we'll have one next week. It's been a pleasure. So, cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye.